Okay, so we're going to review a little bit on function notation. Now, the next step from here is to decide whether a function is even or odd and looking at symmetry of functions. But first, we're going to review a little bit of function notation just so we're all on the same page. Okay, so if I have a function, f of x equals x squared plus 5, and I'm asked to find two things. First, I'm asked to find f of negative x, and I'm going to write it down here, negative f of x. So let's start with problem A, f of negative x. Now in function notation, when you see something in the parentheses like this, it means to take whatever's in the parentheses and replace the variable with that. Okay? So just a note on the side here, if I had f of 4, okay, that means I would just say equals parentheses 4 squared plus 5. Okay? And the key thing here is that whatever I substitute in for the variable, I have to write that in the parentheses. And to finish this problem, this would give me 16 plus 5, which would be 21. So back to our problem here, when we're asked to find f of negative x, we do the exact same thing, but instead of inputting a constant, a number here, we're just going to input a variable, in fact a negative variable. Okay? So I do the exact same process. Instead of x squared, I'm going to write parentheses and put negative x in there, squared plus 5. And negative x squared means negative x times negative x plus 5. Two negatives give me a positive, so I get x squared plus 5. Okay? And there you have it. Now, it just so happens that when I substituted negative x in for this function, I end up with the same thing, but that's not always going to be the case. Now let's look at this next example. I still start with f of x equals x squared plus 5, but this time I'm asked to do something a little bit different. The negative sign is outside of the function. And so what this means in function notation is that I write the original function. It's still x squared plus 5. But now I'm going to put parentheses around the entire function and then write the negative sign in front of it. So effectively, it means to multiply every term in the function by -1. And so let's continue this problem. We have to distribute the negative sign, so that gives me negative x squared and minus 5. Okay. So this is negative f of x. And there you have it. So two ideas here with function notation. When you have a negative x inside the parentheses, that means to substitute negative x in for x. Okay, so instead of x, we substitute a negative x. Here you have a negative in front of the function, so that means to put parentheses around the entire function and write a negative in front of it, and effectively reversing the sign of every term in the function. So it used to be x squared, now it's negative x squared. It used to be plus 5, now it's minus 5. Okay? And once we kind of understand these concepts, we're ready to look at an algebraic proof of function symmetry, odd and even, and that's going to be in the next video.